Find functional hilarity at the Biffa Emporium. Girl, it's what I heard. Allegedly, it's just the word. Allegedly, it's on the street. Allegedly, I sing to the beat. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly. Ooh, so we open with shade 2. We don't need 7 housewives. 5's enough. They tired of splitting that check 8 ways. Candy, they needed so many people because you never brought anything to the show. It was always Carmen, your mama, and Donna Wanna. So apparently they approached her to do the show in 2015. I guess that's when Claudia was on. So then they came back last year, and that's why she was kind of buzzing about an event or two. And this year they said, okay, we want you on. Candy looks at her very earnestly and says, have people gotten in your business yet? Because they're about to get in your business, girl. We're going to find out all about Tampa. You better tell it now. So Candy's like, girl, it's hard to make up because you got to relive it. And everything you say is recorded and put out. From the under the breath to the interview to the walk away. And then everybody gets down in the comments to say what they want. Down in the comments, your opinion to flaunt. Candy said, look, you gonna get read enough in the comments. Don't you have no Google alerts? I just had a salad because I know I needed one. Oh God, now we're talking about how her and her husband are going to deal with watching the show. Girl, he gonna leave for 3 days. We already know. Oh, Drew gave a little tea away. She said Kenya was really nice to me, initially. But she seems to get along with the other heifers. She said Toya thought she was one of my roles, and quiet as it's kept, I think production told her to do that because you said that on the interview. Girl, boom, we saw the recreate. So she said over the journey, she wasn't open to her. So are they done filming? But I could also see Kenya picking on the new girl who actually has an attractive husband. Since she has an attractive husband who won't even be home, I mean, at least your husband comes back after 3 days. Mark hasn't come back after 3 months. Oh my God, you're really gonna say, oh, Kenya was doing a lot of producing and I thought I could learn from her. Learn what? What has Kenya produced? Other than a crappy marriage and a cute little baby. What has she produced? That show that didn't get picked up but is still on YouTube, that? Drew gonna say that scene with her husband wasn't planned. Girl, boom. Okay, so she didn't want to tell nobody, but production figured it out when he wasn't there for COVID testing and they said we've got to embarrass that ass. Okay, so she basically pressed him for details first day of filming to get a moment. You wanted to embarrass him. You were hurt and production said, oh yeah, honey, hold his feet to the fire. Hold on, you gonna say he set you up to do this on camera? He's been the same man that you've been with for 6 years. You knew he wasn't shit. What, you thought because he was on camera he was gonna get some act right? You stupid. Because reality TV done been on too long for you to even think that's the truth. In the words of Simone Whitfield, bitches are looking for them. Kenya Moore for starters. So apparently Candy's mama made her cry for going in on AJ her first day of filming. She cool with Portia. Their children be playing together. Child, she said Kenya, and she said, Kenya must have given to her this season. She said, I tried to get on the good foot, but she's a disappointment. You know, I looked up to her as a young girl. For that one little crowning moment, and then you never saw her again, but for 5 minutes and waiting to exhale, I think you were just bringing up her age. You didn't know who that heifer was. And if you did, you sure did forget. Oh, now we talk about Shamia. I guess she's still on as a friend of the show, but she's never of any consequence. She never really moves the plot along. But they were both in TLC. Girl, this was a 5-minute interview. I'm glad I saved y'all the time. You know I mess with you. She said Marlo a little much, but my husband's an Aquarius, so I get the mess. And the stolen clothing. Child, they said, where is Tanya, by the way? We like Tanya. We miss her. Girl, don't nobody know where she is, according to Candy and production. But she said, what about LaToya? She kept right on talking about Tanya. Oh, Drew said, well, LaToya, she's my biggest fan. Drew said, I don't know. It's just not in the cards for us. Oh, she said, Candy, be honest. She just doesn't have it all together. And we got another couple journeys out of her, too. She said, I've thrown a couple olive branches, but she's missing a few marbles. Drew said, you were barfing in my toilet and I was holding your hair back like a bestie. But you turned around and gave me brazen bitch. Okay, and now they're comparing her to Shamari DeVoe, the drunkie boo-ho. And I said she gave a Shamari tea. She was drunk out of her mind, and I gave this girl a ride home. She said we prayed together, but then that heifer kept gunning for me where I'm just done. All right, well, let's see what Marlo has to say on Hollywood Unlocked. So we open with Marlo saying that her and Kenya are cool at the moment. It's probably because Marlo can't steal Kenya's man since he won't even be in the same state as her. So now Marlo gonna ask Kenya about her date with Kanye West. Everything that happens with Kenya happened 40 damn years ago. But Marlo, this earring is cute. I love this big diamond. Where'd you steal that from? Or is it zirconia? It's probably zirconia. Jason really gonna say you felt sorry for Kenya because Mark was dogging her out? That crouching man, hidden bull plot line, she's been written men for years. How are you gonna be, I guess you could feel sorry for her because she didn't get a return on her investment, but it's tough for me to feel sorry for somebody who gets hoisted by their own petard when they're trying to pull the wool over my bright eye. Jason said, so is it really working neath the surface and we just get a bad edit? Marlo said, what you see is what I see. And that's a man who ain't with his woman. Woman. Jason Lee's like, look, y'all two strong personalities. When you think that the fallout's gonna happen, I'd like to take some bets. I'm sure by mid-season. But I will say, I think that Marlo is smart enough to know I need to stay in good with the Kenya. I need to always be cool with the ladies. We'll never fall out, so I don't get put off the show. Like Nene. Marlo's saying Kenya's gonna be fun and girly this season. I guess she's trying to play the victim since she found an asshole that was bigger than her and then married him. Oh, Jason Lee said, do you think she's being nice because Nene's gone and she wants to be likable? I could see it. I could see her, now I'm the queen bee. She feels like she's adjusted her crown, or at least she knows she's in the royal court. And also she's got another mouth to feed, so she's got to play ball. So now we're talking about the stripper drama. So Marlo says she doesn't have a peach because Andy said the consensus wasn't in agreement. And I'm like, I thought he said you didn't want it. So I don't know. So Marlo says it was a real live dungeon party and it was girls going wild. Marlo, how wild did you get? Then again, I don't think any of them had enough money for you except Candy. Jason says, why don't they own their lesbonics? Speak on their scissor sistering, chat about the clicking and clacking, munching and crunching, pillows, they're biting, and touch me's, you're nuttin', why don't they say? Marlo's like, girl, I don't know. Marlo said, if you like pussy, bitch, you like pussy. Child, tell that to Simone, because she denying it. All right, now Marlo speaks on Nene. So, child, Jason plays a clip of that embarrassing read session show Nene has stopped talking, I hope. And let's see what Marlo has to say. I know he didn't just say if Dwight is still alive. Although, with that botched nose, is he breathing? Child, Jason keep trying to get her opinion. She been dodging and dancing and shimmying around the question. Child, she said Nene gonna make it work. She was keeping it cute. She ain't gonna cut that relationship off. I'm not surprised because she knows how to keep herself fed and clothed. Even if it's stolen clothing, that's ill-fitting. But it's hers. Hers. Let's see what Craptus has to say. Candiace does look nice, for once. For once. I don't know why you got a leather jacket on in the house, but it looks cute. The hair and makeup are good. Has Potomac taken the spot as the lead franchise? I have to agree with that because Atlanta, it's like, girl, Drew Sidora, okay. That's the best you got? And quiet as it's kept, it's been 2 shitty seasons of the Neen. She said, people say I'm so extra, but that's really me. Well, I guess you're extra and irritating. So now we're going to talk about how Chris came to her rescue. Michael was talking to your man, not to you. He only came to his own rescue. But he can't come to his own rescue financially because he lives in your mother's house. Girl, she's like, nobody controls me in this house. Your mama sure control you. Your mama will pop that mouth in a minute with the person. You gonna cry about it at reunion, but now you wanna act all big and bad because your mama ain't in the room. So he asked, where do you and Karen go from here? That's a very good question, and I don't have an answer. You trying to figure out if you could stay fighting with her and still stay on the show because you realize them green ain't bandits ain't for you, but they against Monique. So that's why they pretended to be on your sorry little team right now. But Momo, Ashley, and Karen, them the heifers that actually got a little bit of coin, so they don't need the show, and you know you do, Miss Newhouse. Candiace is gonna say, oh, the reunion could have been 5 parts. Girl, you ain't that interesting. You lucky you getting 3. And that's only because you got your ass whooped. She still feels like Karen wasn't there for her the way that she thought she should have been. So y'all could try to share in Monique's check and bring on some new heifer you could bully and didn't look better than you. You're just jealous. Jealous. She said Karen did a good job of playing the fence. No, Karen said, I'm in the middle and I'm not picking sides. That's not playing the fence. She told you. Wasn't no play. When I say this is what I'm doing, you know. No, you had the choice to walk away, but you still wanted to suckle at Karen's teat. You always seem to be looking for a teat. Someone older to baby you. Monique don't pull that. Oh, she said, well, with Karen, if I'm being petty. One of the first things I noticed, she ran in the altar KK to check on Monique and not me because you were waving a knife, so she was just like, I'm gonna let her calm down. Okay, Candiace, she was half-assed there for you and half-assed there for Monique. So if you want to say she half-assed, she gave you 1 cheek each. There's right and there's wrong. There's waving knives and getting up in people's faces, and then there's dealing with the consequences of your actions, which is what you're about to say, but you won't take responsibility for. You got up in her face, so she played in your hair. Candiace, you really gonna say you're playing the game with your words well? Well, then why does no one like you? Now, Candiace said, I wasn't saying anything that warranted a physical altercation. You did behind the scenes, and also you were being very provocational. I'm not going to say aggressive, I'm going to say provocational. You were up in her face. You were this close to her. You were disrespecting her personal space. Why is there no consequence for that? Why are you allowed to not just use your words, not just pick up butter knives, but then you got all up in her face? Why is that okay? You leave that out. You telling a new narrative. She was saying, I was trying to be light. I was trying to be funny. I was twirling around. No, you were getting up in her face. That is not what happened. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Well, not here, because you know Bravo ain't having it. Oh, now he's asking if there's a road to a peaceful. It's going to be the same peaceful road Kenya and Portia take. It ain't going to happen. Candiace is a backbiter and Monique is real. Now, she'll really whoop your ass, but she real. Candiace said, I will never be in the same room with her again. She has rendered herself unworthy of my company. Well, I could see this. Maybe your mama don't want you embarrassing yourself, getting your butt beat on reality TV again. Maybe she sees the Kimbella coming in your future, and she's like, you know what, babe? I'm gonna go in and buy you and that rough trade husband of yours a house so you can stop embarrassing the family name. Child, why are you talking about the final interviews? Don't nobody even remember that crap. Okay, she's saying, oh, that laugh was how she always felt. No, sweetie, that was because you tried to press charges over a dragging you asked for. And the truth is, she was never dishonest. Like, for a moment, she was like, damn, I'm really sorry I did that. And it's like, I don't want to go there again, but I did whoop that trick. That's what it is. And again, that's real. And that's newer. Ooh, thank God this is almost over. She's insufferable. All right, well, that was the shit, and I'll see you soon for something. Alleged what? Alleged who? Allegedly, allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.